Hey guys, happy Monday. It is that time. It's your girl Claudia Jordan, and welcome to Cocktails with Queens. I know you've been waiting for this for a whole week, as we have. So let's not have any further delays and let's just get on right to it. Please welcome producer and actress Vivica A. Fox.
Strange. We're gonna add director on there too, Claudia. Next week.
Okay.
Right, I'm sorry. Because it's threes. You know what I'm saying? Give it to me threes.
Okay. Let me redo all of that because you already started directing. Please welcome producer, actress, and boss director, Miss Vivica A. Fox.
Thank you very much, Claudia. Strange, darlings.
Oh, wait. I forgot one more thing. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Please welcome producer and actress and director and entrepreneur and wig enthusiast and business owner, her own line, Miss Vivica A. Fox.
Strange. Thank you. I'll take all them receipts, Claudia. Thank you, darling.
And also actress and businesswoman, and also the owner of the amazing furniture store in the Beverly Center. I've been seeing people post videos about your design center, your furniture store, Lisa Ray. Miss Lisa Ray McCoy, how you doing?
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Your store looks bomb. I saw the director Stevie post it, and it was just like, yes, very cute.
Thank you. I was actually shocked that he went by there. I've been having a lot of support from my celebrity friends going by and supporting, and so it's been great. So thank you for that. All right,
very nice. And last but not least, please welcome Grammy-nominated singer, fitness guru, and executive producer, content creator right here at FOXSOUL. I don't know what number special you're on here, Miss Selena Johnson.
Hi, everybody. How's it going? Okay.
Hey, girl.
Black Power.
That works. Absolutely. That's the diaspora of women that we have here, multicolors. I love it. Absolutely.
Okay.
That's right. Well, congrats on the specials. It's been doing well, and people have been talking about them. They look really good.
Thank you very much. I'm really glad that it is at its third one. Okay. I'm glad that it's
congratulations.
Okay. That is done. Okay.
Really?
Move on to the next project because it's been going on since we started filming in 2018. So it's just
that's a long time.
It's been going on, yeah. So it's time for it to be done. And it was good to be done with the concert. Mm-hmm. The concert was awesome and fun. So I was excited to be back on a stage, even though it wasn't the same, but it was kind of, what I'm saying, reminiscent of what we're used to.
Giving me Tina Turner vibes too. You know what I mean? Your stance was very
strong,
very aggressive.
Proud, male-ish. I was like, yes, girl.
Yeah, I love Tina Turner. Speaking of Tina, y'all got to check out her documentary. It's called Tina, and it's on HBO Max. I cried down on that documentary. It is so good. It is so good.
I love her. Tina Turner made me get my first pleather black miniskirt back in the 80s. My mother was like, you were too young.
Jacket. Yes. And the white tank, Oh, yes. Spiked up your hair a little bit. That was when we had Aquanet. Aquanet, baby. You was tearing that Aquanet up, teasing. Okay?
Yes.
And also
days, honey. Legs for days for that age.
And the sun-in, did y'all use sun-in, the peroxide?
I tried sun-in too, Claudia. And speaking of, we must show some love for our hostess with the mostest, who's over there just looking like a tan piece of sunshine. Miss Claudia Jordan, y'all.
Hey. Thank you. Listen, I'm glad to be back, and I traveled to Rhode Island this weekend to see my family. And I'm gonna tell you what, people love this show everywhere I go. I'm in the elevator of my building. I am going for jogs. I am in Providence, and people all say they love the show. And I just want to kind of spread that and share that with you ladies. They are loving what we're doing. And I love when they can quote certain things, even if they're happy or sad or mad or don't agree with something we said. But the fact that they can regurgitate and repeat something back about the show says that we're making an impact.
What they say, Claudia?
Well, they like the theme.
No.
They definitely say at all. And we're gonna just get into it. Let's talk about last week. Lisa Ray, you all over the blogs and TMZ on Carter sister coming off the plane and everything.
I know, right?
And it tells me that everything we say, everything is being looked at and discussed, and conversations are being had. So how was that for you this past week?
You never expect to be caught outside. But I think what most people don't realize is that, our show talks about all the trending things and that we have opinions, and especially, all of us do, but sometimes it become a bigger conversation, and sometimes it becomes me playing devil's advocate. But you ladies know that because we do that a lot amongst us. But if you're not a true fan of the show, meaning you don't tune in every Monday, you may not know that about me. You may not know that I'm very jokey, that I'm very light. I like to see the lighter side of, and so. Hold
on, they're going to say you colorist. They're going to say you colorist.
Damn, Claudia.
And then I said to myself, well, first of all, it was, bullshit. Because my grandbaby is brown skinned and everybody know that's the love of my life. You know what I mean? But I meant what I said. I absolutely, can understand how when a person wants to get something out and express themselves and then they get caught up and not really knowing how to say it, but then you're thinking, oh, am I saying too much? Am I saying it the wrong way? I get that because times is really sensitive right now. And I think that if we don't allow people to be able to exercise that and talk, we won't know who's right next to us. We won't know where the enemy is. And I think with Trump unveiling racism to us, knowing we always knew it was, but now we really know, and we're fighting towards that to create a fight amongst us, within us and our own community. It made me go, we got other things to fight about besides this. Like, seriously, you know what I mean? Like, you guys don't really know me. So one part of me makes me say, y'all don't know me, so I don't give a damn. But the other side makes me censor myself and say, okay, that's exactly what I mean, because they can take a little something and go with it and run with it. And because that happens to me a lot, I always am for the underdog when something like that happens to someone else. It makes me go, well, what if, and maybe when, and what if they meant, and I always say that, and I'm always going to do that because I think that happens so much to me that I always have to come back around and say, no, I want to add this to my commentary. So, I was like, support him. I don't even know him. I can't even repeat his name right now. You know what I mean? So, when they said a colorist or a racist, it was like, child, please. I'm not.
I'm going to jump in and help out here with this conversation. I think, no, but I feel like this clarity needs to be given because we do have a lot of Black women that support our show. So I just want to make this clear. The conversation became about what his preference was, but really the disrespect was we kind of was off on the conversation. The conversation was what shade of toast he liked, and he used the Black women as his measuring stick. And that was the part that was very colorist of him to say that and say, I don't do like burnt toast, like the comparing Serena Williams to burnt toast. So that's
that's good, Claudia, because what I thought is that what I heard was he just was saying that he didn't want to go all the way Serena Williams, that he could go Halle Berry color. That's what I heard. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's your preference then. You know what I mean? Like, Serena's married to a white guy. So, okay, all right, I get it. So that's what I was commenting on and saying his, he got a preference, So, when they said what they said, and I was in Bahamas. So when I get back, it was like, boom, in your face. But I'm kind of used to that as well. But, TMZ actually said what they said and gave me a way out.
TMZ is getting people at the airport again.
What?
We had 6 foot distancing for a long time, and I was
and I can't say that he was, because I had my mask on and I had a little turban on my head too. So I'm thinking, and that's why I like to travel so easily now, because it was like, oh, I can get in and get out. You know what I mean? Right. And when he came up to me, and first he said, "Hi, Miss Lisa Ray." So I was like, "Oh, hey." And then he came out of his bag with the camera, and I was thinking, oh, well, I can't.
Damn, here we go.
You know what I mean? It was like, I can't run. I don't really know what they're going to ask me. And so when he asked me, I just was like, glad you asked me. Since you asked me, let me tell you what I thought. And so it was good, because you do want to let the people know where you stand and to be able to add to what you feel like you didn't add to it in the beginning, or what you should have added in the first place.
Okay. And that's that.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to throw my 2 cents in. I do think that people you got to understand this is a conversation. We can't have one side and not the other. We have to be able to talk about all aspects. And if somebody doesn't agree with somebody, that's okay. It's all right to disagree. It's all right to have different perspectives. This is what we get on my nerve about the internet, because you so fast to cancel and fight everybody and jumping down folks' throat just because they don't believe in the same thing that you believe. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? People, how else are you supposed to have a back and forth conversation if everybody just like, yep, I believe that too. Everybody just like, all right, move on, Claudia. Yep, we all think that too.
Between us, though, we'll take something and we'll see it all over the place for us. And then we don't necessarily take the good stuff or the supportive things and make that spread like wildfire either. You know what I mean? And so that for me made me go, you all are trying to create what? Because of what? But I just didn't play into that because, I know who I am and I know I'm not a racist or colorist. So it was just like, you all want to take something and run with it because maybe perhaps y'all don't have nothing to talk about this week. And it's me. And thank you.
Yeah, people just be sensitive. It's cool. I just think his it's like Claudia said, he just that toast thing. And then, when you start thinking about colorism, like the house NIGGA and the field NIGGA, that's kind of where it is. I like mulatto girls, but a mulatto girl was allowed to be in the house because of her preference, because of her being lighter skinned. And then the dark skinned Black people had to be out in the hard work. So like when a white man starts talking like that, white people were the reason why we are having this colorism conversation in the first place. Because Black people, we can talk about, girl, I like them light, girl, I like them dark, girl, I like me, and it's not a big deal because two Black dark-skinned parents can make a light child. You know what I'm saying? So color comes from us. So we can talk about color all day. And it don't bother us.
It comes in so many different colors. Like me,
we can have an albino baby. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't bother us, but for them to say it is inappropriate because they don't come from color. They don't have color. It's not their business. They're not in the business of color. And they used color to divide us.
Exactly.
So and I think we have to be careful as women as women that are considered light skinned or lighter or even biracial, the sensitivity of our women that are looking at us. Like a lot of times they want us to just admit that, yes, we do have a privilege that a lot of times our darker skinned sisters are not privileged to. And I think sometimes the comments can take them, it hurts them differently. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing he was saying he liked, Lisa Ray, was more about me and your color. You know what I'm saying? So I see why the darker skinned sisters would feel a kind of way, but I don't think you meant that in your heart. I really don't. I really do think I don't. But I just want to talk about how people, you go by how you feel and what's the trauma you happened in your life. And a lot of that stuff we didn't really get. We got some hate from some of our people for not being Black enough, maybe, and from white people too, because there's still a weird place with us. But I just want all the Black women watching us to never think that any of the four of us ladies here do not have love for every single shade of our sisters, because we do, because we are that. We are that. And
we should have a bigger conversation about this, because I think with us all being different colored Black women, that we all had something that we've gone through, because I have actually more that I can add to the story of light skin privilege. It's like, no, actually the opposite. And what I feel about my light skin. You know what I mean? We got 2 minutes. We're not going to do, I'll come back with topics when we come back from this break, but let's use this last 2 minutes to talk about it real quick. I think this is an important, this is a important conversation for what other Black women are feeling right now than hot topics right now. We'll get into that next segment. But what would you say about the light skin privilege thing? Is it a myth or is it real? For a while, I felt like some of our magazines that if you weren't brown and wasn't brown enough, that you didn't deserve to be on the cover of that magazine, and that you would see, and that you would see
Black magazine people. Like you mean like the Black?
Like we don't make stars. You know what I mean? Like Bazaar and Vogue. We don't necessarily need to know the model that's on the cover to buy it. We're buying it because we're supporting what's on the inside and the reputation of the magazine. But our magazines, we got to put the same people on there time after time after time that make
those
you
go,
she done had 5 colors already. Like, what am I top liver over here? And I've said that to myself, like, whoa, why haven't I been invited to the blah, blah, blah? Because so-and-so did, or she's new, or she's this, or whatever that is. But it's also a thing that makes me second guess myself. Or go, well, wow, what does that mean with me? What I got to do, And sometimes it can be good, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes, and most of the time, it's hurtful, because you want to be able to be accepted by your own, but then You're not. You got to wait until you relevant or hot or got to new something before you're invited to something before they go, oh, now we can invite her. And it's like, but you take and accept the invitation because you're like, well, I wanted to go last year and the year before that. So now that I'm invited, I guess I will go. But always on the inside, you feeling like, yo, damn show didn't invite me 2 years ago in a row. You know what I mean? Like that hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? Like, dang, So I've had some things like me. I'm a sun bunny. My mother always say, girl, you better stay out that sun. You're going to get cancer. And I always say, but the people in Egypt, they never got cancer because they stayed in the sun. You know what I mean? I'll say stuff like that. You know what I mean? That'll make her go, but is that because I have a problem with being light skinned? No, not really. But I prefer to be kissed by the sun or be a little cocoa brown, a little latte with a little bit of something in there. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what? We're going to dedicate a show to this in the future. I think we will. We need to do this.
Yeah, let's have the hard discussions. You know what I mean? Because that's what we do.
With some Black women who feel like they've been discriminated against because they're too dark. And then with some light-skinned women that feel like they're discriminated against for not feeling Black enough. And I feel like we need to come to a place where we can feel each other's pain and not be like, well, my pain's worse than your pain, because that's where we alienate each other. And I think we need to get to a place where we understand where everyone's coming from.
And when one person celebrates their light skin and another person celebrate their brown skin and another person celebrate their Black skin, you know what I mean? It is just that. It's a celebration all across the board.
Girl, white people did this to us.
They did. And it's been keeping us fighting ever since. So let's take a quick break and we'll be back with some hot topics when we come back. We'll be back.
Let's do it.
Welcome back to Cocktails with Queens. All right, y'all. I forgot to ask my queens, what's everybody sipping on tonight?
Oh. Darling, I put down my pen cup, but now I have me like this glassy little crystal thing, but it's still with Pinot Noir, darling.
I just got a little piece of white wine because I'm away from home, and this is all they have.
You at, Selena? Oh no, we can't tell people that. No, right.
That's
you
right.
At where you at?
I'm at where I'm kicking it.
Right.
Family vacation.
Okay.
Well, I always feel like I can sing, especially in front of you.
You do, Lisa Ray. I don't know what bug that is that hits you, but you always like with Selena there. It's like, oh, let me get in there.
That's all the time I'm gonna get in, though.
Don't say it to you.
I'm thinking good old tea water.
Tea water. I got something I want to share. Someone sent me a case of wine today, and I got to really celebrate it because it's about Black Girl Magic Riesling.
Yeah.
Black Girl Magic Riesling.
Yes.
And they sent me a bunch. I already drank this much. Well, this much is in my cup already. So my cup was runneth over, but it's in my tummy now. I need a drink though. Shit.
How does it taste, Claudia?
Like
okay. It's good.
Right.
It's very good and light.
That's the McBride sisters, right? Is it say McBride sisters on there?
The McBride sisters. Shout out to the McBride. Thank you to the McBride sisters for sending me this lovely Riesling and a bunch of other drinks. So good looking out. I appreciate y'all. Black Girl Magic. That's what it is. All right, let's get into some hot topics.
Okay.
First of all, we definitely got to talk about this and send a big get well to DMX, who suffered a heart attack after an alleged drug overdose on Friday. DMX's attorney, Maury Richmond, told CNN that the rapper was still on life support at a New York hospital. Celebrities, including, a bunch of celebrities sent get well messages.
I think Missy and LL Cool J sent their, regard.
LL Cool J wrote, "Today is 4/3/21. It's only right that we celebrate the talent and genius of my brother DMX. On the floor, 3, 2, 1. We love you. Get well fast." Missy Elliott posted prayers for DMX and his families. Our thoughts and prayers, of course, go out to him and his family. I heard that he had very little brain activity.
Oh, no.
But there was some. But you know what? It ain't really up to the doctors. It's up to God what's going to happen with them. How do y'all feel about this? What are your thoughts on this, ladies?
You know what? He's done this publicly. You know what I mean? Like, he's really tried to kick the habit. He's came out and was honest about his addiction. He came out to be honest about his relationship when he was in the boot camp and everything. So, you never know what's going on with somebody and why it happened and how he failed or whatever. But one thing's for sure is that he was trying to kick it, kick the habit that is, and he knew that he needed help and he had gotten help. And, so we don't know what happened, like you said, alleged. drug overdose. We don't know, but we do know what kind of condition he's in, you know? And so because we have lost so many people for so many different reasons, a loss is a loss. You know what I mean? So I hope that we don't have to mourn the death of him. Not at all. I love the fact that his ex-wife was able to take video of everyone that was outside of the hospital that was supporting DMX. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if he knows that they're out there, but I believe in energy. And I really feel like you can feel the love when it's around you. You know what I mean? And maybe, and hopefully that's all he needs to know, is that we want him to survive. We want him to pull through, and we want him to come through, you know? So to that ex-wife, absolutely girl, you did that. Whatever you put to the side, whatever love you got for him, you showed up and showed out and said, hey, this is what's going on with him. We need more. We need more. So hats off to her. And I hope like hell that he comes through.
Vivica, what do you think?
Well, you know, I've dealt with addiction in my family for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I've left a statement and I said that addiction is real. DMX is just so deep, and you could see the outpouring of love and support that came, just to let you know how long he's been doing this and how much he's loved, like Lisa Ray was saying. However, the people got to know, like the drugs that they putting out now, y'all, they lacing them with fentanyl. So this is what's causing people that may fall off the wagon temporarily, that when they fall off, it's almost killing them. They go running toward that monkey that they absolutely cannot get off of their back, no matter how much you love them, pray for them, act up, cry, yell at them. Like addiction is real. And I'm sorry that I just don't want that to be the last of his memory, is what I'm saying. So I'm praying for him. But I just want to tell you guys that if you have someone in your family that is dealing with addiction, to talk about it. It's difficult. Every family got one. They don't care who you from, how rich you are. It happens. So if you got somebody, please let them know, like someone as strong as DMX, who's been a star for a very long time, needs our prayers. And it's just hurtful.
Yes,
I need people to be careful when you're out having fun. And this is not about DMX, it's about just the people that are watching right now. I think we get comfortable, we get careless, we take a drink from someone that we may not really know like that. We smoke a blunt, we hit the blunt sometimes. And I think I saw some videos about him saying he was tricked into having, into using for the first time. And there's a lot of that happens. I remember other people telling me like they smoked weed with some folks they didn't really know, or they smoked weed with someone that was laced with something. And then the first time got them hooked. So just be careful out there. The people, heroin, PCP, crack, people are putting crack in blunt sometimes. And people just pass the blunt around. First of all, you'll never do that again after Corona. But I'm just like, right? Like there's no more of that. But like, just be careful out here. Like, listen, we all want to have fun. We all want to turn up, but please be careful, because I don't believe anyone ever signed up to be a crack addict. You know what I mean? No one ever signed up to be a heroin addict. Yeah. A lot of times, and then sometimes it starts with a pain addiction, a pain issue.
And you know what, Claudia, I'm so glad you brought that up, because that's what we discovered this week with the trial, that his girlfriend, when she testified, she said that they both got addicted to opioids because of pain. Yeah. That was so surprising to me, because you just think, he was wild and he was high, and not knowing that, they're passing out these pills like an aspirin back in the day, and people are getting serious drug addictions.
And you know what, even when it's opioids, and you may not even think to go that far, because you think automatically, oh no, I don't want to do drugs. But there was a time when I started drinking a lot, and my mother was like, those little 4-packs of those little wine, the little wine that you have in a 4-pack. Yeah. I was downing a whole case of those every day with dinner. And she kept saying, you're drinking a lot, but you're on the defense. It's like, what do you mean I'm drinking a lot? I'm grown. You go through that, And when I realized that I actually was, it was like, well, what's the problem? And you really feel like you want to mask it because you just want to come out of it. So it's an escape in the beginning.
I got to put the church figure up on that one, Lisa Ray. Now I got to be devil's advocate over there, because I love me some wine. And I think anything in moderation, you know, they say red wine and wine helps one. It helps me to relax. I love me a glass of red wine because I'm gonna tell you something about me. If I don't have a glass of red wine, I'm gonna be up and my little brain cannot turn off. Mm-hmm. And so for somebody to take that away from me and be like, oh, you know, it's the end of the day.
But your tolerance might be better because for me, I wasn't drinking anything. You know what I mean? So for her, when she saw that, she know that was a difference in my behavior.
Okay, so that's different.
Yeah. So it was like for me, and then it went from that to me not getting tipsy or getting no kind of response to saying, well, now I need an extra one. I need another one. You know what I mean? But it was every night with dinner, like every night. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, yeah, I guess I have been doing that. And even now, sometimes you mask so many things. Like I go through a lot in my life now, you know what I mean? And every now and then I just want to just run.
So the moral of the story is to try not to judge people that you see having issues with substance abuse. I remember about 10 years ago, I went through a super deep depression, went through foreclosure, went through a whole bunch of like 5 things in a row. Any one or two of those things alone I could have dealt with, but like all them things in a row, I started getting drunk. I started drinking, and then you see me out, and then guess what? She a drunk, she a this, she a that. I was in so much pain from depression and sadness and emptiness. And before I, would judge myself and value myself based on if I had a man or how my career was going. 2 things you sometimes really can't control. And it really put me in a bad place. And you don't know what these people are going through behind closed doors. The DeBarge family, a perfect example. Oh. They've had a lot of problems with addiction. People want to make fun of them. But there was a lot of issues with that family with molestation and sexual assault and abuse. And a lot of Black folks, we don't get therapy. And I'll just say people, period, don't get therapy. And we find refuge and comfort in a bottle and some pills and think we can cure ourselves. So just like maybe take this time to not make the jokes about people, to maybe kind of like have a little bit more compassion about what someone people don't just get like that for no reason. There's usually a story that people are too ashamed to talk about. So please be mindful about that. Selena, we got you back?
Yeah, my computer was acting a fool. Ironically, but good. It's good that I heard everything that everybody said, and I agree. And Earl is my friend, and he's a really good guy. He's been struggling inside for a long time. Yes. But he's an anointed human, and I just won't believe anything other than he will pull through. We cannot lose him.
Yeah.
I will be devastated, and I'm not even trying to think like that. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy, that's my friend, and I'm just really tired of losing people.
We get a bad rep because people think because of our lifestyle that perhaps the way that one get on drug that's in our profession is through partying, that we have these wild parties, everybody's doing the wild thing, and it's just the cool thing to do, to try the drugs and then to get high every day, and then it becomes, an addiction. And it's like, sometimes it's not like that. Like you had shared, I think, Claudia, you said that that he said that the first time he was tricked into drugs. You know what I mean? So it's so many different ways things can happen. You just got to wait for those interviews and those stories and those truths.
More often than not, you're using substance because you're trying to get rid of some pain, not because you're happy. When you're happy, you don't need all this extra stuff. When you're sad and depressed and you don't know how to express yourself, that's when you're out there. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more Cocktails with Queens when we come back. And once again, prayers up to DMX. We all are praying for you, DMX, and we really hope you get through this. We really do. We cannot lose another one. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. You know what? We want to get into more themes, so make sure you hit us up. Hit any of us up in a DM or on our messages on Instagram and tell us what themes you would like for us to do. Next week is my birthday, though. I'm just gonna say that real quick. I'm gonna pick on Monday with my old. I'm gonna pick a theme. I'm gonna be 30. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Let's do that. Speaking of getting older and classics and people that were just doing it up in their later ages, but you know what, making it look easy. Last night's Verzuz battle between the Isley brothers and Earth, Wind & Fire was epic, with both R&B groups featuring dozens of their greatest hits. But Black Twitter, you know how they go in. They could not stop talking about the host, Steve Harvey, sharing throwback stories of the show. Some of the funny tweets read, Steve Harvey was in his feelings that no one wanted to hear his stories, LOL. And Steve Harvey was so annoying. Well, he's always annoying, but this was ridiculous. Was Steve Harvey stories too much? And who won last night? Who came out on top?
I don't remember them having a host of the Verzuz before. Like, when did that start happening?
Last night.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was totally and completely unnecessary, child. Ronald Isley's fur coat alone could have been the host of the whole thing. And I tell you, he was so sharp.
Wasn't he smooth, girl? I didn't know who he was at first with all that gray. I said, oh, he looked distinguished. Come on. Like Mr. Big. Come through.
His wife is my girl, Candy Girl. You got it going on. He's aging well. I say he's like fine wine. Yes. But to me, everybody won. The fact that you're Earth, Wind, and Fire and Isley's, and the fact that y'all are 50 years in the game is a win. That's a W. And Steve, you're very funny. I like you a lot. Your hat was sharp. Your suit was sharper. But all that talking wore me to the low. We just want to get to the
loan was great. Because they
we just want to get to the hits.
That was great. They let us inside that they have struggled together, that they've shared a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken when they couldn't afford a lot, and that they were on tour and they made a sound decision to make sure that they divided the money up amongst them all. That's support. Like I didn't know that. Oh, and I didn't know that. What's that song? Twist and shout. I always thought that was a white remake song. It started out white. I didn't know that the Isley Brothers, that was a song that Ron Isley thought of in between concerts to keep the audience calm. I thought start out white. It was from them. I had no idea. I like trivia like that.
I think Steve Harvey is an amazing. I think Steve Harvey is an amazing host. He's super talented, and I love him on The Family Feud. But I'm gonna say this, and y'all can drag me if you want to. A good host lets everybody talk. A good host lets everybody shine. A good host sets your people up so they can hit the home run. So introduce it, set them up, and let them do their thing. You don't need to put yourself in every conversation. So I'm going to be quiet right now. Vivica, what do you think?
Well, I just think that testosterone was running 100,000 in the 6th ward over there. And he just got caught up and was just like, now y'all remember the time. And you want to go, Steve, actually, we'd like to hear the music. But if you could keep this moving, like you said, Claudia, a true host, what is your job to do? Host the show and keep the show moving so that the talent shines and you're just an access to the show. Excellent. So evidently, Steve had on his Pimp Daddy suit last night in that hat and got caught all the way up until today. It's like you don't want that be the next day. Like everything was good, but your ass was annoying. And I think that's what happened. Damn, Steve. I mean,
I think even the comments were so great because if you read the comments, they was like, this that type of music that made you when your parents said, now y'all going somewhere and play now. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had a good time with
but it was good to see that those groups were all still together. Like you said, 50 years in the game, looking good. Matter of fact, Lisa Ray and I are in the new Isley Brothers video.
So am I.
Really?
Yeah, you too, Selena. Okay, the queens. Okay. Hold up. I can pull my clip right now.
Hold up. So they got 3 of the queens and not the 4th one.
Ain't they damn, Claudia? Ain't they shady?
I feel away right now.
You feel a certain way about that?
I'm with you, Claudia. They shady for that, Jeff.
So can I be in a Migos video or something? Can someone hit me up? Can I be in a video?
There's Lisa Ray. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. Okay. There go Vivica. Hey. Yeah, we in there with the Isley Brothers. Okay.
What song? Right. Vivica, what song was it?
Called Family and Friends. Something with Snoop Dogg.
Family and Friends. Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
And I'm in my little diva suite dancing and singing the little words.
I love it. Doesn't it feel good when once you're like listen, we all did videos way back in the day, but to like later on in your career after you've done a whole bunch of stuff to still be asked, well, for y'all to still be asked.
Oh, damn, Claudia. Don't you take that all the way back to you. Oh, come on, Claudia.
No shade. but like to still be asked, I think that's super cute because like I think it's weren't videos fun back in the day? Like you get to be extra glam and beautiful and sexy.
Yeah,
and it's not like
it was big, it was too fun.
I mean, you weren't a video hoe back then. You was just a video vixen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We were lead ladies. We had to audition. We got good rates. We didn't do it for free because
very true.
Fitting. There was actually a little bit of a script, you know.
Yeah, it was
not
a whole.
Just get out there, turn around, boom. Yeah.
Why is video acting always so over the top? It's so extra. Video acting. It's always so
especially
extra.
In the late 80s and 90s, it was very.
It was a lot of this.
Yeah.
Well, that's R&B. We grab the air. R&B grabs the air.
Why y'all grab? What do y'all grab? What do y'all?
Right.
What is this?
That note.
That's all I love and I strength.
Hey, before we go to break, what video did y'all wish y'all could have been in, but you weren't in? What video did y'all want to be in?
Jackson. I should have been Ola Ray. It should have been Lisa Ray.
Oh, that was a good one, Lisa Ray.
I should have been all the way, and I'm sick of it.
Okay. I mean, I got the curls right now. I could have brought my own Jerry curls.
You could have. Okay, Vivica, how about you? Was there a video you?
I have to say that too. Michael Jackson Thriller. I mean, that was the first breakout video movie. I mean, wasn't that movie directed by John Landis? Was it 19 minutes long or something? It was an event. So that's like that's like a world premiere to have been in King of Pops, you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
How about you, Selena?
Oh man, I don't know. It's a lot of videos. Any Sade video, really. Her King of Sorrow video.
Because on her forehead did, you know?
Let me tell you, well, she definitely was her and the forehead.
For the big forehead sisters, girl. You know I know about that. When Sade came out, I was like, yes, for the big forehead sisters. Yes.
Sade is my absolute favorite. So her King of Sorrow video, or that one where she was in the water, Ordinary Love, and she was a mermaid.
Oh, yes.
Could have just been a fish.
The red lip, the classic red lip. Just
listen, and then it was Sophie Muller is one of the coldest video directors ever. Like the way that she made it look like she was underwater.
I thought we was talking about being the leading lady. If I could have done any video, Janet Jackson video, Love Would Never Do with Antonio Sabato and the African brother in the desert with that black and white. Yes. And then Jackson, That's the Way Love Goes with that.
Now I would have definitely been in That's the Way Love Goes.
And Pleasure Principle.
Right.
Okay. Right now, all of Janet Jackson videos was the
Janet Jackson videos.
I wanted Michael Jackson
choreography.
Prom, girl. I was like,
Busta Rhymes. Remember that video? That $1 billion budget video?
I want to make you scream.
Mm-hmm. That video was off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Claudia. We went on a whole.
Sorry, Claudia.
Hey, Claudia, what about you?
The video host came out.
I wanted to be in any Michael Jackson video, especially the one with Naomi Campbell when they were in the desert, but I don't have the body like her, so she had that. And then with the other Michael Jackson video when he was chasing the girl around the city, she was real skinny. The girl, the curly.
The way you make me feel.
Oh, those legs. Oh.
And then of course, since he's no longer with us, any Prince video.
Oh my God, yes, 1999.
All right, we gotta take a quick.
The only person I would have stared the eyeliner with and some hot curls. Like, babe, can I use your hot curls?
I get right, baby. Move over.
Well, ladies, this was fun to kind of go into
neck for you, boy.
We're gonna take a quick break, and someone's saying this could be a theme for our show, Video Vixen.
Oh, I like that.
We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back with a little bit more of Cocktails with Queens. Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. We're having a good time with Vivica A. Fox, Lisa Ray, and Selena Johnson. Hey, we talk about Boosie a lot of it. We might need to invite his ass on the show with his bio. So he has a celebrity twin, apparently. Over the weekend, he was passing through an airport when a fan mistakenly calls him another famous star. Check this out.
I was just in a airport later on talking about Flavor Flav. It look like no damn Flavor Flav. I look like Boosie. That one with his damn red glasses.
Flavor Flav decided to play along. He posted a reply video. Let's take a look.
Do them all, man, and just running up to me talking about Lil Boosie. I don't look like no Lil Boosie. If anything, Lil Boosie look like me.
The originator. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Now look here. As celebrities, we always somebody tag us in the picture like, don't I look just like da 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 da?
Right.
In this case, they were right on head, brother. Yeah, I'm sorry, but if there's anyone that it's in terms of endearment, to be honest with you, Flavor Flav, come on, Flavor Flav was so loved.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That wasn't an insult at all. And then you had shade glasses on just like him, bro. So no, you got to take
like Kirk Franklin looks like flies to me. They look like
exactly.
They do.
Yeah. And listen, everybody kind of got one little tweet.
Me and Raven Simone. They always say that you should play her mom. It's
yes, I can see that.
Like Angela Winter.
I can see that 15 minutes.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
But I think Lil Boosie should go ahead and just get a coin off of it. If the people say you look like Flavor Flav, listen, if they do a dope ass biopic of Public Enemy, play Flavor Flav. He'll kill that role. He'll kill that
big clock. That big red clock, he can do it.
That's what you love about Cocktails with Queens. We will cast you in something because we gonna okay. We gonna let you know, baby. Now that was a role for you, okay?
You know what's funny is it seemed like Boosie was a little bit offended. Like, I don't look like he think he's finer than Flavor Flav. Who do you think is finer, y'all? Who's finer?
Well, you know, I would give Boosie that.
I'll give that one just because
he's just a little bit younger. He got swag. You know what I mean? He got some swag now, but I'm telling you, Flavor Flav in his days, come on. He had the flavor of love. He had 20-something bitches, girls, lined up, fighting over him, this, that, and the third. I mean, no, let me keep that record. I didn't mean to be insulted toward any of those ladies that did that show.
You good? You come with them
still are here doing things. I mean, you know, Flavor Flav, he got swag. You know,
his personality though is so dope. I would have too much fun around Flavor Flav. I would be just dying in tears of laughter.
And y'all had to pick which personality. He fine because he got how many kids? So
that part, Lisa Ray. Okay, so something was looking real good. Okay,
Lisa Ray, which one would y'all kiss? If you had to pick one, which one would y'all kiss on the mouth?
Well, Boosie, so I don't have to pick.
Huh? What you say?
So I don't have to pick. I don't have to say, you know, neither.
Oh, Boosie. If I had to pick one, it would be
Boosie.
Boosie got swag. Boosie swagged out.
And Boosie believe in like maintenance as far as hygiene. Like he'd be taking his kids, his girl. He'd line up. He'd get to the state and be like, "Who can braid my baby's hair?" So you know he want everybody to be clean and look at what he will. You know, and what was that kind of hairdo you wanted? She wanted some connection.
Oh my God, we gotta take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Cocktails of Queens.
Y'all watch
some reflection braids. Who can do some reflection braids for my baby?
Welcome back to Cocktails of Queens. Oh my God, there's so many other things I want to talk about. Well, we got a lot of stuff to talk about next week. There's a lady from Taiwan. A lady got jealous and cut off her boyfriend's penis while he slept because she thought he was cheating. He woke up, he was bleeding and in pain, and the lower end of his penis, everybody don't have enough to spare, had been cut off with the kitchen scissors, flushed down the toilet. The girlfriend was charged and turned herself into the police. Before we go, what do y'all say about this, ladies?
Hey,
stop Asian hate. You gotta stop.
I don't want to ever be that jealous, mad, envious, or anything to have to do that.
To the Lorena Bobbitt.
Team too much. Yes, she's the Asian Lorena Bobbitt. Damn, girl.
All right. Well, you know what? We're going to talk about how mad we've been in our relationships next week on Cocktails with Queens. I want to thank Lisa Ray, Selena Johnson, and Vivica A. Fox for being here tonight. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. We see all your comments. Stay tuned for Later with Leon. But first, FOXSOUL's Deals is coming up next right now. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, ladies. Y'all are awesome.
Love you, girls.
Bye.